Welcome to Wake Up and Smell the Dice. I've already had coffee today, so we're just doing water. But it's been about a month at least since I've done one of these. This is just my vlog series on the channel. Just say what's been going on in my gaming life, what I've noticed in the community maybe, and then any actual gaming news in the greater gaming world. So let's start with me. I've not gamed. Well, the last 2 weeks we've gamed, but before that it had been close to 2 months, which, it sucks when you can't game for a while just because of schedules and everything. I started a new job, which made it even harder, but it was also nice. I had a nice time away from it to reevaluate some things in gaming. And so you'll see a new series, you might already see it actually before this goes up, called Simply D&D, which is some new techniques and kind of a new focus in gaming that I've realized that's where I'm at with it. That's my new approach, and it's working better than anything has. So like I said, 2 weeks ago we did Candelure Session 0. 2 months ago, you may remember, I did the prologue and character creation. So 2 months later, Session 0. It was awesome. The party ended up getting a contract to fight some bandits, essentially. There was a contract open to kill these bandits at Black Rock Lookout, and it's just so happened that there's a monster hunter in the party, or like a ranger basically, and he'd been mugged by these guys before, so he got the party together. They took out the bandits. They got some equipment there. Funny thing, they still don't have armor, actually, even after Session 1. But it was a pretty deadly fight. Almost got one of them killed. But they got equipment, or at least they got weapons. Then in Session 1, they got an actual monster contract. There was a specter haunting the trade road at night by this one kind of burial mound, and so they took the contract. It was high paying, and they went out, and again, very close. One of them came very close to dying, but they defeated it. They got a bunch of money, and that's where they're at right now. They've got some hooks to follow. I've been dropping little hints each session on bigger world plots, which I'll talk more about in that Simply D&D series. But it's been awesome. It's been a blast. I posted a picture on the Facebook group, or my Facebook page for PhD&D, of Session 1. One of my players snapped a picture and sent it to me of the table from his view, and it was just awesome. We had candles out and everything, and then we played inside at my friend's house, and then we went outside to his fire pit and had a fire pit night after that. He had these color packets where you toss them in and the fire turns green and blue and stuff, so that was really cool. But that was honestly one of the best nights of gaming I've ever had, and everybody kind of felt that way, which is really, really cool to experience. And I got a lot of messages after I posted that picture of, how can I get a home group going? Your picture makes me really want to play in a home group, and I realize I'm very lucky to have the group that I have. They love playing. We get along. Yeah, there's little tiny things that aren't ideal about what everybody wants out of the game, but we make it work, and I think that's what you have to do. So we have a great time. So gaming is back on, going really well. I'm also doing a one-on-one campaign through a play-by post in a Facebook group with just me and the player, and that's a totally separate world that we're kind of creating just from the very start out. And so that's fun. That's just kind of a post when you can. We kind of have a game going on in the background all the time. Very cool. So other than that, I was going to show Drunkens and Dragons is a channel. If you have not watched him, go watch him, subscribe. Great tips, great advice. I did 2 things that he recommended. Number 1 was I bought DCC and put in some of the spell mechanics from this one. But this is just a great book to have. A lot of good stuff in there, a lot of good tables. So I've incorporated that, and then he does kind of a journal for every session. He's got a little book where all of his notes are in there. And so I went out and I bought a moleskin notebook just because I like these more soft cover, and then I slapped on Witcher 3 stickers, which, by the way, in my own gaming life, I've been playing a lot of Witcher 3. So in here's the actual session prep for session 0 and session 1. I'll show you real quick. There's kind of a look at session 0 at least. Drew some weapons that they were going to find, and then some notes on session 1 over here. But it's just going to be fun to have everything in one little book, and all my notes in one place. Still use Obsidian Portal. They've been having some strange issues on the site, so I'm hoping they get those fixed. But still using that. I use Google Drive for a lot of stuff. But that's been my actual tabletop gaming. And then I got, after those game science videos went out, I'm hoping you see this. I got a game science D20, just a white one with the multicolored numbers. Very simple, pretty cool. It's actually my favorite one now that I have. But I got this one, and then the black, or I guess a white one with just black numbering. And I could pay like $7 total, like including shipping, and I had them in like 3 to 4 days. So extremely reasonable if you ask me. The game science dice are great. The only thing is with the colors, in my experience, I don't know how they color in the numbers, but the colors always rub off. So there's some ways you can put them back in yourself, so I may have to do that. But do recommend game science dice as well. Stuff going on in the community. I have a lot of videos to catch up on, truthfully. Got a big watch later playlist. Matt from A Fistful of Dice and myself did our World Builders Workshop, or World Building Workshop, which was a lot of fun. Check that out. It's on my channel. And then I did a coffee and campaign building shortly after that, which was also a lot of fun. Just a look at one of my first settings that I don't talk a lot about. So that was fun. But yeah, other than that, within the community, a lot of gaming. Brigade Con's coming up here in less than 2 months, so keep an eye out for that. It's going to be a fun time. And yeah, other than that, I just gotta catch up within the actual community. In the bigger picture, like D&D world, oh geez, there's, you know, Wizards is still coming out with their articles. I know like some modern D&D thing came out not too recently, but it's kind of newer. Not my thing, but check out somebody else's channel to learn more about that, I guess. But they came out with that. Sword Coast Legends, that video game's moving along. Yeah, if there is news, I guess I'm a very bad news anchor. Yeah, so I'll wrap it up there because that's about all I've got. I just wanted to get another wake up and smell the dice out. But I hope you guys are all gaming. For those of you that messaged me and you can't get a home group together and you're really upset by that, or you don't have a good home group or whatever, I would say if you've got anybody at all that you can game with in your hometown, do it. I mean, even if your games clash a little bit, try to make it work. Give it a couple shots. If it doesn't, then drop it. But go to the Tabletop RPG one-shot group. That's the default. I mean, if you want to game, that is a guaranteed way to game. And so never forget about that. Pass along the word. I've still talked to people who've never heard of it, and hopefully they can get in there and get some gaming. So yeah, hope you're gaming. If not, go to the Tabletop RPG one-shot group and continue to check in because there's a lot more coming to the channel very soon. Thanks again for watching. Have a great day.